Hello and welcome here to the Petrolheads stream. We had some difficulties, so it will be live on my Twitch channel, so sorry for that. We definitely needed to check our YouTube settings. Only did as a commentator, so commentator Birger Meisman from Simracing Belgium, but now as a stand-in for the Petrolheads Simracing here on YouTube. So if you will watch this, you can watch this live on my Twitch channel, or it will be also posted on the Petrolheads Simracing Center. First, checking if everything is now live. Yeah, and we are definitely live here on the Petrolheads, currently already in the warm-up due to the actions on my streaming account. I'm also not yet ready, but I will now introduce you towards the Petrolhead Simracing PSPA Christmas Fundraiser event. Tonight we gather in the spirit of giving and racing at one of the most legendary circuits in the world, the Nordschleife, affectionately known as the Green Hell. We're hitting the track in the iconic Mazda MX-5 Cup. Here you can see the car of Romeo for a 2 adrenaline-packed 30-minute races. This event is more than just a test of skill and endurance. It's the opportunity to make a real difference. Together we aim to raise some funds for a worthy cause and spread the joy of the Christmas holiday season for those who needed it. Get ready to push your limits here at the Green Hell. Rev those engines, keep it clean, and let's race for progressive supranuclear palsy. And the warm-up is done. And we will be ready for the formation lap, and then we can also check who is on a pole here in the first MX-5 Cup. For those who are looking for somebody, especially if it's a US driver, we have 2 splits here. There is an EU split, you're watching now at it, and then the US split. During the race I will tell you where to find the US drivers, but first watching towards the formation. Check in with the broadcast. Currently on pole, the Brazilian driver Romeo, then Jan Jančić in second place, And we are on green for the first race here at the green First chicane here. It's Korhonen on the inside, but Romeo with the lead. Korhonen now with the advantage. No, it's Romeo into turn 2. Gets it, I think. It's a long T2, so if they go towards T4, I don't think Romeo has a chance to fight back. Oh! Yeah, no. Better exit from Romeo. And we cut off the Nürburgring layout and then go directly towards the Nordschleife with Romeo ahead of Gunnar Rickes, then Tom Korhonen and Jan Jančík. Still close by, all drivers within 1 second of each other, and we are now on the Nordschleife positions, still not changed, and it's Gunnar Rickes in second position for the grid. Mostly consists of riders of the petrolheads, also Simracing Belgium, Racing Netherlands, Tugas Racing, IY Racing, and it's Gunnar Rickes with an oversteer moment into the barriers, and when he now rejoins into P11. Side by side with one of the drivers of our race from Netherlands, and overtake already done. Then we go again towards the front of the race. Romeo still with the lead and building up the gap towards P2, towards Tom Korhonen. So as I already said, drivers consistently mostly of petrolhead drivers, then also some Tugas drivers. Simracing Belgium is participating in this race, Racing Netherlands, IY Racing, and ESR Racing Team. I don't think I forgot somebody else. Checking with the flyer. No, yes, that's all the teams. Maybe we will check with the other drivers if the race is a little bit set on. And then we see some yellows from Dave Ziska, one of the IY race drivers. Where is Dave Ziska? I cannot find him in the podcast. Oh, yeah. And Dave Ziska had an incident. One of the winner of the GT4 competition of Simracing Belgium. And also a slow driver, potentially also in the trouble. Argentinian driver Danny Caffi. on his comeback through the field. Now halfway on the first lap of the Nordschleife. And trying to overtake Antonio Costa from Simracing. Best thing to do, try to work together here on the long valley here in the Nordschleife and to close the gap before the carousel towards and into the carousel. Stream. We are trying to raise some funds for the PSPA illness, the PSP illness, and we'll raise some funds here in this race for the PSPA association. In the green, there is a set goal for £600. If we reach that, we are very happy with that. We almost reached it with 90% to go. The recent donations is Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones is participating in the US server. Well, we don't see Daniel Jones here on the grid of the EU server. So thank you, Daniel Jones, for the attendance. Back towards the race, and Romeo building up his gap. Towards Tom Korhonen. 2 seconds now. Rickes already again 2 places up, had an overtake on Anton Tamanga and Antonio Costa. Also the opportunity to tell you about this charity event. Charity event is for progressive supranuclear palsy. It's a complex neurological condition that progressively affects movement, balance, vision, speech and swallowing. PSP gets its full name because it is a condition that is progressively and gets worse over time. It damages the parts of the brain that control eye movements and causes weakness. PSP belongs to a category of disorders called Atypical Parkinsonian Disorders. It often gets misdiagnosed as Parkinson's disease early on due to some overlapping symptoms like with balance, walking, coordination and eye movements. In the chat I will post some links, and we can during the pause between the 2 races we can also watch, and it will be also here live on the broadcast, a short movie of the 30 years anniversary of PSPA. As some of you know, Andy Darnell's wife suffered from this condition, and Darnell not in this grid, participating in the US grid, but his wife suffers from also PSP, so this charity is very close to his heart. He's a full-time carer for her as she needs 24/7 support. We thought it would be a nice try and raise some funding for this worthwhile charity by having a special event. If you can donate, there is a QR code on the left side of your screen. Something. It doesn't need to be big numbers, but it would be appreciated if you make a donation for this event. Let's have a full grid to show your support, and currently going into a lap 2 on this Nordschleife track. Riding now with Antonia Costa. Antonia Costa just behind are of course for new drivers, also a Douglas driver, Thomas Ribeiro. And then moving up towards the front, then we have in the black Mazda for the Suzuki, currently driving in 8. Need to close the gap towards the Gunnar Rickes. Gunnar Rickes had an incident at the beginning of lap 1, just passed it, his corner, and now moving up towards P6 and overtaking Jonathan Schelstrata, one of the Simracing Belgian drivers. And next for Gunnar on his to-do list is the Norwegian driver Hendrik Andreassen. Hendrik Andreassen currently in 15 minutes. In front of him, Tadeusz Chelznesny. Oh, and what? Yeah, again a mistake from Gunnar, and losing 2 places. Fortis now on his back. Close by, door-to-door racing, but Gunnar keeps his 8th place for this 8th moment. Maybe we can run down the other drivers. So we had Antonio Costa behind in P11, and then first big gap towards Volker de Gouw, Race Room Netherlands driver. Then followed by Vic Vega, our Danish driver. In P14, Lakomi, one of the Petrolheads drivers, and then a group closely behind, Urbaniak, closely followed by Delgado, and then Nikolai Fenn with Timo Koletsny. Oh, very close driver. drivers, so in P18 Delgado, and then we have for me a known driver, Yeri Kratcheville, one of the petrolheads driver, but also participating in all leagues of the Simracing Belgium community. And another known driver for the Simracing Belgium community, Dave Siska from IY Racing. Had also an incident, so I think he will try now to make a comeback race, but his focus will be already towards race 2. Next, P21 Yves Sitters from Simracing Belgium, and then Danny Caffey, Argentinian driver, and René van Oostenburg from Racer Netherlands. And back towards the front of the race, where Romeo is now definitely building up his gap towards Timo Korhonen, now 6 seconds. So if he doesn't make a mistake, Romeo, I think he will run away with the first race here at the Nordschleife as a fundraiser event for the PSPA. So do not forget, if you have the opportunity to make some donations, you have the QR code here on left of your screen. Maybe also now the time, because our last donation was from Daniel Jones. Of course, the past month some donations were already done, and currently at £533 is the current status. So Andy Darnell is aiming for the 600 mark. The other donations were done by, let's see where my list is. Yeah. So we will run down the donations that have been made. So first donation was from our P4. Hendrik with £21, thank you for that. Also some anonymous donations, so all thank you for the anonymous donations. Then René van Oostenburg, currently a P23 with a €10 donation. Dave Siska also with the €10, thank you for the P20 currently. Then some donations from Paul Lepper and Sebastian Gunther, £25. Jan Jančik, €30, thank you for that. Then Martin Pater, Ricketts, Jos Snijder and Comtech, all driving in the US server with £202. Vic Vecca, currently in where he's driving, I don't see, P13 with a £50 donation. Antonio Costa, currently driving in now P10, £10. Then Gavin Ware, thank you for the donation, also for the anonymous donations. Maciek, £20. So thank you for that. Peter Kasberger with the DNF, but donated, so thank you for that, for the €10. Then Jeff Egot, £15. Chris Williams with a donation of Volker, who's driving in P12 with €10. Luckily 65 euros. Thank you for that. Thank you very much, Lakumi. I think we have also Lakumi on this grid. Yeah, P14 for Lakumi. Then Konetsny with the 15 euros. Yves Sitters also with the donation, and Andy Darnell himself with that started the donations with the £9. Currently Romeo still now in lap 3, I think. Yeah, lap 3. Probably we will do one more lap, so this first race will be a 4 laps race. Korhonen, difficult to take some seconds away from Romeo. Korhonen also not under a threat. Jančík is driving in P3, but also 2 seconds away. Do we have some close by racing? Yes. The battle for P4. Andreasen close behind him. Thomas Ribeiro, Gunnar Rickson and Klesniewski. By side with Andreasen, and in the black car, Klesny pushing Andreasen, very close by racing, but Andreasen defending his P4 position. And due to that, Jonathan Schaalstraat now connected with the group battling for P4. I'm also watching my phone to react to some of the discussions on the Discord channel, and it is Ribeiro with the overtake on Andreas and Andreas on the bumper of Ribeiro here in the valley towards Mudkurve. And do not take it, Gunnar. Will he take it side by side in towards Mudkurve? No. Slotting in back behind Andreasen and Gunnar again wide, just not touched the barrier here at the Mudkurve. Now carousel. Something happens with Gilles. Where is he on the broadcast timing? Gillesney with the mistake. Also, Jonathan Schelstraat was held up. Same for Antonio Costa and Focus. Oh no, Focus was not in the group, but now overtaken the drivers who were in the crash from Jesus. It's Thomas Ribeiro. I see it now in the standings with 21 places up. I think probably Thomas Ribeiro didn't qualify, maybe a late join-in, and now with the comeback race, maybe lost the first. No, lost the first will not happen. I think the best result for Ribeiro can be a but if he starts next race in the first positions, he can make a fight with Christian Romeo. And Christian Romeo on the Dottinger Ho, 2 minutes 10 seconds to go. So no, I think another lap will happen here on the Nordschleife. Oh, and we have a new donation from Simracing Belgium. Thank you for that. And we reached our goal of the 600 pounds, so maybe we can ask Andy Darnell to push up during the pause, of course, to push up the donation aim goal of the 600 pounds. And of course, it's not that we reached our goal of 600 pounds that it needs to be ended. Donations still welcome for the progressive supranuclear palsy disease. Oh, and it's what happened towards Romeo? Was he watching my commentary? It's maybe, or yeah, I don't think he thought it was the finish. What happened towards Christian Romeo? Spin in the first chicane for the rejoin on the Nürburgring, and then of course everything is coming together. Still 2.5 seconds for Tom Corcoran. If Romeo can keep his pace from the first 3 laps, I don't think there will be any trouble from him for him to have the win here in race 1. But maybe, yeah, his focus can be gone. And oh, yellow for Costa. And also, I think an oversteer moment here at the cutoff of the Nürburgring. Maybe we can drive with Corgonen a lap here on the Nordschleife. I will select the the cockpit view, and we join here the Nordschleife. First, the Hatzenbach sections. Yeah, all corners are right or left, mostly driven in fourth gear. Difficult section here after the left-hander and a right-hander into third. Easily to take the corner a little bit too much. Also the curbs in the Mazda MX-5, you can take the curbs aggressively. And finished the Hatzenbach and Hogeneichen sections, and now coming towards Flugplatz. On the crest of Flugplatz, and then two right-handers in fifth. And the Mazdas, no daring corners, and then coming towards Schwedenkreuz, high-speed section. Most difficult here at Schwedenkreuz is the left-hander. I don't think in the Mazdas it will be slightly lift off, and then coming towards the Arenberg sharp right-hander that requires a heavy braking. Nailing the exit for a good exit, and then coming towards Foxhole, downhill section, but a difficult technical braking section is coming up, and here it's starting braking, but braking and trail braking in towards the Ardenauer Forst. Series of medium speed bends. Here, two left-handed towards the antenna. Kallenhardt, right-hander, sometimes difficult, sometimes I confuse it with other corners. Towards the first difficult hairpin. And then towards the second hairpin where you can exit. Apparently some good pizzas here on the right, so you can exit during the touristy farts, the Nordschleife section at that place. Kesselchen. For the section, the long valley into the Nordschleife forest towards Mutkurven. So now flat on, and maybe even in Mutkurven those MX-5 goes also flat on the throttle. And that's Mutkurven. Then towards Stahlstrecker, tight right-hander that have a late apex. And then towards the famous carousel in those MX-5, fully in the banked section. And cautious when exiting the carousel. is the three sections to memorize the corners. So some fourth gear, third gear corners, left-handers, right-handers here in Wipperman, I think that was. And then coming towards Brunker 1 and Brunker 2. Here is Brunker 1. And then Brunker 2, but also known as YouTube corner here. Towards ice curve, left-hander. And then coming towards the Flamsgarter section, high-speed section with some jumps. So over here you have a crest, and mostly now when the tires are back on the ground, fully on the brakes. Walbridge ones, and coming towards the second little carousel. And after the second carousel over here, we are coming to prepare us for the long straight section, Dottinger Hulk, after the sweeping right hand and the Hulk. And then we will watch for the finish. Where is Christian Romeo? Coming on towards Dottinger Hulk. Corvonen still, on 2 seconds. But Romeo will take the wins in this PSPA charity fundraiser event. First 30 minutes race here on the Nordschleife. Romeo, Brazilian MX-5 driver, with the win. Then Tom Corgonen, closely followed by Thomas Ribeiro. So from last position towards P3, Jan Janczyk coming in P4. Gunnar Rickers had some incidents, P5. Hendrik Andreasen in 6th, 40 Suzuki Blue 7th. Jonathan Schellstraat with a battle towards Antonio Costa, who will finish first. It's Antonio Costa before Jonathan Schellstraat. Then on the straight also now in 10th, Vic Vega, Timo Konechny, P11, Volker de Gouw, thank you for the race, P12, Nicolai Fenn coming in for this first race in unlucky number P13 for Nicolai Fenn. Lacombe 14th, Urbaniak 15th. Then a battle between Ziska and Delgado. No, Delgado not with the overtake. So P16, P17, Yeri Kratchoville, P18. What's that? Don't make the Nordschleife entry towards the pits. Tadeusz Szczelesniki directly towards the pits. Yeah, that was the driver who had an incident. So probably an overtake from Yves Sitters for P19. And then last driver, but definitely René van Oostenburg coming in now on the Dottinger Hulk for P21. A Race Room Netherlands driver also donated for this event, so thank you René van Oostenbrugge for your donation. And do not forget, make some donations here on the left corner, scan the QR code to make some important funds for the PSPA Association. And the last MX5 now also on the finish, René van Oostenbrugge gives the results. So on the podium, Romeo second, step for Korhonen, and Ribeiro from Tugas Racing finishing the podium. Thank you for all race drivers, and we will see you in 3 minutes. I'm back here for the second race of the Petrolheads Christmas Special EU server and warm-up has been finished between the two races, so the drivers are again lining up on the grid for the second race here at the Green Hell. During the warm-up you saw the PSPA intro of the 30th anniversary, so this race hosted for some important funds for the PSP disease. And we are currently again off with who is it in P1? It's René van Oosterberg, so it is a reversed grid here on the Nordschleife, and overtake has already been done by Vic Vega. Oh, some close racing, and it's Jonathan Schelstraat with the old shot into here the Mazda, correction, not the Mazda Arena, but the Mercedes Arena. But we can maybe now adapt it towards the Mazda Arena. Currently, I think the broadcast is on 18 drivers. Checking if, I don't know, we have some dropouts, so only 18 drivers for this second race. Still Jonathan Schelstraat here on the Nürburgring section, coming towards the end of the Nürburgring and then going left on the Nordschleife. With Gunnar Rickes already in P2. Will he make an overtake on Jonathan before the Nordschleife section? No. Into the chicane, maybe. With a good exit out of the chicane. No, that's too close. Up towards the Nordschleife for the Suzuki, turning up in P3, and behind him Vic Vega, Andrea Anders, Thomas Ribeiro and Jan Janssens. Race 1 winner. We can find our race 1 winner here in P11. Didn't have, I think, the opportunity to make some important overtakes. So this race will be definitely close racing, because we see Romeo only in P11, Korhonen only in P9. Our bronze medalist of the race 1 in P6, so he's doing well. And had an excellent race 1, made 20 or 21 overtakes, so he's already used to make some important overtakes here on the Nordschleife, also for race 2. And on the inside, overtake on Jan Jančić. Towards Foxhole. And a technical braking section. Always difficult here on the brakes in the corners. Number 51. Yeah, it's Anton Temenka also looking for a place to overtake. Nordschleife not that wide, so sometimes you need to wait. Ribeiro with the oversteering moment, and Andreasen just not touch it. Needed to brake for Ribeiro, and therefore now under threat of Anton Temenka. Oh, and probably also a mistake just in front of Ribeiro. Vic Vega with a bad exit, also Fotis had an influence of that, and Ribeiro again with an overtake, or trying to overtake Fotis in the first left-hander, and then the second one is coming up. Ribeiro on the inside. No, Fotis is closing the door. We know Fotis, so watch out, Thomas. Fotis not giving his place easily. And as you can see here in the cockpit view with Thomas Ribeiro, Nordschleife, tight track, so always difficult here to overtake. If the driver in front of you is not working together with you and defending, yeah, almost not possible, I think. Yeah, and Thomas Ribeiro aware that he cannot overtake Fotis Zuglu, and here in the Castellachen Valley, pushing Fotis to maybe come closer towards the first two drivers. First two drivers are Gunnar Rickes and Jonathan Schelstraten side by side towards Mutkurve, and it's Gunnar Rickes with the overtake. It's an important overtake because Gunnar had some good laps during race 1, but also some minor incidents due to overtaking. Gunnar Rickes now in P1, so no cars to think about. Now he can have some quali laps in to take maybe the victory here in race 2. And let's see if Jonathan Schelstraten, our Simracing Belgium driver, can connect his Mazda towards the Mazda of Gunnar Rickes. Probably seeing on his dashboard that Gunnar Rickes has now the first place, and now no time to waste for Gunnar Rickes and trying to overtake Vic Vega, and it's Vic Vega that cannot hold his nerves and going in the barriers. Watch out with the rejoin, also the other drivers going around Vic Vega. I think Thomas Ribeiro made a mistake because we now see in P3 Fotis Zuglu. So Fotis Zuglu with the overtake, the retake from Thomas Ribeiro. Ribeiro picking up the draft of Fotis, now side by side. Towards Tiergarten, and then the Hogenrhein chicane. Ribeiro already with the overtake, and it is also who's the orange Mazda. It's Timo Kojetski, our German home driver here. And as you can see, some draft on Dottinger Hoog is important, because Ribeiro now already 1 second away from Foti Suzuki. With this spin, and also his Mazda is damaged on the left front side. And the pits are 8 minutes away, because still on the Nürburgring section. Don't know if it is possible to cut off. Yeah, of course. Yeah, pressing the escape is of course also possible. Maybe he had an opportunity, but I don't think. I'm not aware in a race room you can directly cut the. Yeah, maybe you can cut it, because if we watch this section, maybe you can go directly towards the pits. Of course, you didn't complete the lap, and then repair your car and do the Nürburgring section again. Oh, mistake from Tom Korgunen, and it's also Timo Koletski into the barrier. First mistake was from Korgunen, so I think he was probably the instigator, and the good place from Timo is now gone, rejoining with Anton Tamenga, the two orange Mazdas. Kojetski on the left, Anton Tamenga on the right. Towards P5, Fultus driving just behind Korgunen. Can he keep up with the Finnish driver? Probably. Korgunen made a small mistake, now on a 4-second gap towards the podium, but yeah, maybe he can close the gap towards the first 3 drivers. On the Nordschleife, I cannot check the lap times, because the lap times are too big. Already almost halfway the race, and really checking with the laps is a little bit difficult. And again, yellow for Dave Ziska. Yeah, we see some drivers having difficulties with the Mazda MX-5, like Jiri Kratcheville and Dave Siska. Normally we know Jiri and Dave as some good paced drivers, but currently it is a charity event race here on the Nordschleife. 2 times at the back of the race, and it's not needed to mow the grass here on the Nordschleife, Dave. Dave Siska, one of the IYPRC racing drivers. So this race is supported by 4 leagues, 5 leagues of course. It is hosted by the petrol heads, and then other communities who are participating: Simracing Belgium, Racing Netherlands, ESR Racing, then IYPRC, our esports racing team, and our Portuguese community, Tugas Racing. And currently one of the Tugas drivers putting the Simracing Belgium driver under a high pressure, and it's Ribeiro into Stuilstrecke on the inside. It was Jonathan Schelstraten who left a car with gap open, now looking towards the carousel, but in the carousel you cannot overtake. Come on, Jonathan, let's give us a fight with Thomas Ribeiro. And now it's important to see the gap, because I think, not sure about it, but Thomas Ribeiro will be faster than our currently race leader, Gunnar Rickes. Schelstraten now with some difficulties to follow Thomas. Jonathan had a good start and now still having an advantage of that. Maybe the objective of Jonathan will be a place on the podium. Currently the gap towards Korhonen, 4.5 seconds. And checking the gap towards Rickes, and that gap is closing down. Currently was more than 4 seconds, and now coming down towards 3.5 seconds. With a lap 2 now almost ending. Gunnar Rickes on Dottingerhoog. Will we see the car of Thomas Ribeiro? Yeah, there he is. Battle for P6 between Romeo, very close by some bump drafter racing, Romeo, Andreasen and Antonio Costa, all bumping together to catch up with P5, Foto Sizuglu. That's also a good tactic on the Dottingerhoog straight. Do not fight with each other, work together and do some bump drafting on Dottingerhoog. And you see it, Gap is close towards our black Mazda MX-5 photos Suzuki, and the battle for P6 is now a battle for P5 and almost P4. Our white Mazda Tom Korhonen, second place in race 1, now driving in P4. Ribeiro gap towards the race leader again, 1 second down, and that's only on the Nürburgring section, so gap is quickly coming down. Still in a fight for P1. I will check the lap times. We are now with the second lap was definitely a full lap, so Romeo with a 9:31. Oh no, Gunnar Rickes with the fastest second lap, but yeah. Cristiano Romeo 4 seconds faster than Jonathan Schellstraat and Tom Korhonen. But the fastest lap time was from Thomas Ribeiro, 9:27 against a 9:29 of Gunnar Rickes. So gap is coming down with previous lap with 2 seconds, but then Thomas Ribeiro was still in a fight during that lap with Jonathan Schellstraat. Of the race, maybe again also the time to run down the drivers, so all drivers have some airtime here on the Petrolheads YouTube channel. So in last place, Jan Jančík, I think. Almost now forgot the results of race 1. Jan Jančík, Petrolheads driver, first race with a good result, but yeah, now finishing this race in the back of the field. Then also a second worst race from the second Petrolheads driver, Jiří Kratochvíl. Oh, and a rejoin also. Some incidents from our Polish driver, Tadeusz Czyżewski, currently now in P17. Moving up towards another Petrolhead driver, this time from Poland, Leszek Lakomi, P50. Thomas Urbieniak, another Polish driver. Did some races in the endurance Simracing Belgium championship. So I know him from those races. Then a battle for P12, P11. In P13, Vic Vega, Danish driver. Then Morris Delgado from Chile. Oh, and I say Morris, but it's Mauricio Delgado. Currently defending from Vic Vega. Vic Vega on the outside, now on the inside. I think that's Bergwerk. Yeah, that's Bergwerk. Coming towards Kesselegen. Yeah, and now on the Kesselegen Valley, Kesselegen Strait. Vic Vega still trying to put his nose next to that one of Mauricio. Currently holding one eye towards the standings tower to see if the gap for P1, P2 is coming down, but currently staying with this battle, and it's Vic Vega on the inside towards Mudkurve, side by side towards Mudkurve, and the overtake has been done in Mudkurve. Not an easy corner to do an overtake, of course. Those Mazdas are easier to drive, much more slower. And in front of those two we have another driver who I was expected to do better this race. Dave Ziska from IY BRC Sports Racing. And going towards the top 10. Volker de Gouw. I think for Volker that will be 2 around top 10 finishes. And currently driving a little bit alone here on the large level. Timo Konecny first. German driver, but there was another German driver here on the grid, but probably a disconnect towards the race through. But currently in 9th position, home driver Timo Konecny. And then moving towards the front runners with in P8 from the Tugas Racing, Antonio Costa. Cristian Romeo still in P7, having some difficulties to overtake Hendrik Andreasen from Norway. And then Fonte Suzuki petrolhead driver from Greece in P5. And on Dottinger Ho, that will be, will they work again together, or will they fight with each other? No. Andreasen is choosing to bump draft, I would say, but Andreasen with a mistake, because no, everyone is attacking. It's 3 wide, and it's Romeo into the grass. Fotis not letting Romeo pass by, and therefore now Andreasen with the benefit of it. Switching towards the helicam. Towards the chicane. Romeo now on the outside. Fotos not happy what happened on Dottinger Ho. And towards the first corner on the Nürburgring, will somebody make a dive bomb maneuver? No. Romeo with a better. Oh, and it's Andreasen with a mistake. Vos is avoiding him. Also Costa. Yeah. It was Romeo with a later break, and Andreasen was surprised with that. Romeo now in P5, Vos a little bit behind, more than 1 second in P6. Moving towards now the 4th position. Tom Korgonen still having difficulties to close the gap towards Jonathan Schellstrade, so I think Jonathan Schellstrade can already be happy with a podium finish here on the Petrolheads Simracing service. And then the fight for P1. Ribeiro having difficulties to close that last 2.5 seconds, but the gap is now down towards 2 seconds, under 2 seconds. So hopefully in the final lap we see a battle for the race victory here on the PSPA Fundraiser event hosted by the Petrolheads. With yellow, so some incidents, some mistakes, but mostly the mistakes are alone, some spins at the back of the field. Checking what were the lap times of lap 3. So Gunnar Rickes with a 9:27.5. and Ribeiro with the 9:27 flat. So half a second, gained only half a second. So if that happens again, it will all come towards Dottingerhoog. And yeah, maybe important. We can maybe think about what will happen in 6 minutes if Ribeiro still stays behind Rickes, and they will enter Dottingerhoog within 1 second of each other. Then I think Thomas Ribeiro will go with the win. Maybe the first who will come on the Dottingerhoog will lose. Section that Thomas Ribeiro gained on Rickes, but after the foxhole, I think we're here in this section, the times are more equal to each other, so can Ribeiro close down? Yeah, if he closes down half a second, then the draft will kicks in, and then the catch-up is being done. But it's now that last tenth of a second that needs to be done. And we are again on a straight section, then halfway the lap in the Kesselchen Valley. And still not in the draft, Thomas. still 1.5. Now trying Stellwerk, then towards the carousel, also technical sections that can have maybe an opportunity for Thomas Ribeiro to close down the gap towards Rickes. Oh, and Jan Janček disqualified, driving the wrong way. Stewart's decision, disqualification for Jan Janček, driving the wrong way, a little bit strange, but yeah, maybe he was confused after a crash. Gap is building up. It's Rickes now with the better turns, and you can see Thomas Ribeiro now really pushing it, going, using fully the curbs on the Nordschleife. That's not always a good idea in Wipperman. Bruggen. YouTube corner, familiar sight here. .1 seconds. Here on some fast corners, going towards the little carousel and then nearing the end of the lap. Yeah, here Thomas Ribeiro knows he needs to close down some tenths of a second here in the last corner, coming towards Tottingham, but I don't think it will be enough to pick up the draft of Gunnar Rickes. We will watch the gap. Is it coming down? I don't think so. Oh no, and there are more cars in the battle. I thought Yves Sitters was not participating anymore, but it's a problem with the broadcast app. Only the first 18 positions are on the tower, so more drivers are in the race. Yeah, no, and it is a race, a win for Gunnar Rickes. Home race win. Withstands the pressure from Thomas Ribeiro, close down the gap, but not enough. Oh, and a crash from Thomas Ribeiro. What happened? Did he push it too much in the last chicane? Gunnar Rickes with the win, P2 for Thomas Ribeiro. And as a commentator from Simracing Belgium, nice third place for Jonathan Schelstraten. Korgunnen and Romeo side by side. Korgunnen P4, Romeo P5, Zizuglu in P6. Andreasen 7th place and some donuts. Antonio Costa, another driver from Tugas, P8. Giannetti, thank you for the flashing of the lights. Volker, I think with a second 10th place. Ziska, P11. Vic Vega, our Danish one, in P12. And then the Polish drivers, Orbaniak and Szyszyński, close by to each other. Czech driver Yuri in P14, P15. Mauricio Delgado P16, and towards all drivers, thank you for the show up. Third Polish driver, Lakomi, from the Petrolheads, P17. And then a Simracing Belgium driver, Yves Schitters, P18. And now the tower is ended, so I cannot select anymore any driver, so not familiar if P18 was the last driver in the race. I don't think it, because would be a coincidence if just 18 drivers finishing the race, but yeah, I cannot select it, so we need to watch the cameras. Maybe we can have a helicopter view from the pit lane. Yeah, no. And it's Rickes with the win, race 2. Second place, Ribeiro, Jonathan Schellstraat in P3. And finishing off the P18. P19 for René van Oostenbrugge. Ooh, and a bad race with the DNF from Anton Tamenga in P20. So now closing down on the stream. So last donation was from Simracing Belgium, so do not forget to make your donations for the PSP illness. A little explanation about that. When the stream ends, you can see again the movie from the PSP Association for their 30th anniversary, what they've already done to have some funds for the progressive supranuclear palsy, complex neurological condition that progressively affects movement, balance, vision, speech and swallowing. So as you know, Andy Darnell, so the race managers of the petrol heads, his wife suffering from this condition, so this charity race was done for him. Andy Darnell, full-time carer of her, because she needs 24/7 support. So all donations, the yeah, maybe can I put, I will go back towards the stream to see the donations, and we've ended the donations at £633.34. So we reached our goal, but of course, due to my mistake, this stream not really live. So now the stream will be put on the Petrolheads channel, and you can see, maybe also the drivers can see their races with some delay on the Petrolheads YouTube channel, and donations can still be done. If you are not aware of the links will come in the YouTube descriptions, but you have also the QR code on the left hand side. So I must say now thank you towards Andy Darnell from the Petrolheads to organize this race. So happy for that. Also congratulations towards all donators who supported the PSP Association. Also all congratulations towards all drivers, not only on this EU server, but also there was a US server for the drivers. I think there were currently with the EU server and the US server in a total of 50 drivers. So yeah, it's not happening a lot in a race group that a community needs to do 2 splits, and we split it the drivers in a EU server and in a US server. So congratulations are being done towards Andy Darnell, then towards the drivers and the petrolheads community. So thank you for all viewers, and we will end with some PSP explanation in the next movie. See you in the next Petrolheads race.